Hello, everyone, and whoo, what a great weekend for Browns fans all over the world with the 2026 NFL draft coming to a conclusion. And let me tell you, this was by far the best draft class that the Cleveland Browns has had in quite some time. And today we're going to dissect every pick. We're going to talk about the reactions and what are the expectations for all these players and how they fit the Cleveland Browns. So let's come in here and let's start looking, because the Browns started the night trading down from the 6th pick to the 9th pick and picking up the number 1 tackle off their board, Spencer Fano. So let's look here at Spencer Fano. So Spencer Fano, it was the 9th pick for the Browns. Fano played 37 career games over 3 seasons at Utah and earned 35 starts, including 11 at left tackle and 24 at right tackle. Fano played 822 offensive snaps during the 2025 season and allowed only 5 pressure in pass protection, including 0 sacks and 0 hits to opposing pass rushers, according to PFF. Now, according to Daniel Jeremiah's top 150 prospect, Spencer Fano was ranked number 13 for them. Okay, so you can see how high he was, and in the consensus big board, Fano was number 12 also for them, and in PFF he was their number also 12. So all the boards align with Spencer Fano being the number 12 of the draft board. Now, I want you guys to see. I want to show you guys how Spencer Fano ranks, right, or fits the Cleveland Browns. So let me come here and let me look for this right here. Spencer Fano fit, right? And let me share this with you guys. And sorry, let me take this off. And now. And here is Spencer Fano's fit with the Browns. Official offensive tackle. He's going to play left tackle. He's pro-ready offensive tackle traits. Pass protection grade elite. Run blocking versatility high. Scheme fit for Monken perfect. And consistency index 92%. Again, Spencer Fano's 2025 stats for Utah Utes is he played 12 games, had a snap count of 822 snap counts, 0 sacks allowed, 0 quarterback hits allowed, and a pass blocking efficiency of 99.3, and a PFF grade for offense of 83.9. And this is one of Fano's favorite quotes that I have ever since he became a Brown. My pre-draft process with the Browns, I feel like it has been very special. I mean, I drove there straight from Indy, straight to from the combine, and was the first person in there. So I feel that alone told me how they view me. And that was, I don't know, I feel really, really blessed. I'm so excited to be able to play for Coach Monken and get to work. So you hear here, he was the first visit of the top 30. He was the first one there. So I really, really like this. And one thing that I want to share with you guys is some of these reactions, right? And let's start looking at Spencer Fano's reactions here. So let me come here and let me look for it. And this is him getting the call, okay? So let me come here and get it. Or where's right here? And let me share this with you. So you can see how emotional he is when he's getting the call. So let me look for it. And here it is. And you're going to hear Andrew Berry here when the call happens. And here it is. Let me double check that the audio's on for this. Okay. It should be, so let's see.
Spencer, how we doing, buddy? How we doing?
I'm doing good, man.
Hey, did you like your road trip from Indianapolis to Cleveland last month?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it.
You want to come back?
I would love to come back.
Hey,
I would love to come back.
I promise we'll put you on a plane this time, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can't wait.
Hey, man, we're going to take you off the board. We are so excited to have you here. You've been one of the guys that we've targeted from very early in the process. We think you have the potential to be a franchise left tackle for us. And I'd say this. The other thing is you're a culture setter, and you'll be extremely additive for our offense and our team. And we think that you can be a foundational player for this organization. So we're really excited to take you off the board right here, and we can't wait to get going with you when you come in.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, I'm gonna give you to Coach Monk here. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Congrats.
What's up, Coach?
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
I'm jacked. We are jacked.
I am too. I am too.
I can't wait to go see Coach Warhop. I can't
Yes,
wait.
sir.
He couldn't stop wearing us out. Said we got to get Spencer. Couldn't stop wearing us out. Congratulations. Well deserved.
Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you so much.
Yep. You bet.
Thank you.
Spencer, what's going on, man? It's JW. Good to see you again, brother.
How are you?
Man, excited. Yeah, I can tell you're fired up and really happy. What a great moment for you guys.
Let's go.
Hey, go enjoy it with your family, man. We're fired up. Can't wait to see you, meet you in person, get you here tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, brother. Congrats.
Thank you.
So there it is, and you see Spencer Fano, right? Getting the call, which is gotta be something very exciting to get the call. And a couple of things Andrew Berry said, we see you as our cornerstone left tackle and also as a culture changer. So it speaks volumes. Also, Coach Monken talk about Coach Warhop, just bragging about how good Spencer Fano is, and I think you see a change in the Cleveland Browns unit. So this is pretty cool. And let's look at some of this media reaction to Spencer Fano getting drafted. Let's start with Ashley Bastock from Cleveland.com, and let me put it here. And let's start with some of these reactions once people knew about Spencer Fano. And so here it is. Ashley Bastock from Cleveland.com.
Ashley Bastock of Cleveland.com here on draft night, the first round of the 2026 NFL draft. And let's go over what the Browns just did here in the first round. So they traded down from 6 to 9 with the Kansas City Chiefs. In return, they got pick 9, pick 74, and pick 148. And how this draft's played out, there's been some surprises. Carnell Tate went at number 4 to the Titans, so he wouldn't have been there at 6 for them anyway. And then Jordan Tyson, another receiver we've talked a lot about, went number 8 to the Saints. I was actually really curious if the Browns were going to try to trade back again, because Reuben Bain is still available, one of the premier edge rushers in this draft. Instead, they stayed at 9. They took a tackle, Utah's Spencer Fano. We've talked a lot about him. Now, he's interesting because we know the Browns need a left tackle. He's played some left tackle, but he's mostly played right tackle. His teammate, Caleb Lomu, also going to be drafted at some point here, either tonight or tomorrow, I would guess. I know people have talked about the arm length with him, his size. Is he more better suited potentially in the NFL to be a guard? But we're going to find out. This is draft night. They have another pick coming at 24, so we'll see what they do and check out all our draft coverage on cleveland.com/Browns.
All right, so it's Ashley Bastock from Cleveland.com. Her reaction once Spencer Fano got drafted. Now let's look at the Gridiron, right? To see what they say about Spencer Fano. So let's look at all these media people and see what they are saying about our guy Spencer Fano. So here we go.
Spencer Fano is the best tackle in this year's draft, and the film backs it up because on this rep, he's going to be pass setting out to the 9 technique. Now, it's not a normal kick step. Instead, he's play action jump setting out to that 9 tech, which means he leaves a lot of space to the inside of him. So I love how he attacks the inside shoulder of that 9 technique, which makes it a lot less likely that he's able to beat Fano to the inside. And then when he's in range for some hand fighting, he's going to swipe away that right arm of that edge, and then he takes that opportunity when the edge pulls that arm back to get that hand right in the chest, and then he gives up such little depth. We got to go to the sideline angle, but he keeps center of mass to center of mass that entire rep, just completely gorgeous. And then look at the effort as he finishes this off. He is one heck of a player. And then we see this another pass setting rep where he's kick stepping all the way out to this really wide 9 technique, and the kick step is just beautiful. He's going to throw that right leg back and then pull that left leg and just do that to perfect depth. He's going to get center of mass to center of mass, and then I love how he just holds this right arm of that edge rusher the entire rep, gets his other arm in the chest so he can't beat him outside, he can't beat him inside. Just a dominant pass protection rep right there.
So here we go, and here you see, what we're talking about with Spencer Fano. Spencer Fano, you saw his trace there. Now let's see Dan Labby, what he's saying about this pick, right? Let me move this around a little bit. And there we go. And Dan Labby from Cleveland.com. Okay. He's also talking about Spencer Fano.
Hey everybody, it's Dan. I'm here at Browns headquarters. They just took Spencer Fano at number 9. Again, I'm not surprised they took a tackle there. It seemed like there was a lot of smoke around Caden Proctor, but I think the way they played it, trading out of number 6 with Kansas City, picking up some extra picks, and then taking Spencer Fano was pretty well done. They end up going with a big early in the draft, which again was something I thought they might end up doing, and they end up getting the first tackle. They get their choice of tackles at number 9. So now we'll see what they do at number 24. But I think this first pick, getting Spencer Fano, maybe the best tackle in this draft, doing it with the trade down and picking up some extra draft capital, I think it's a good start to the draft here for the Browns.
So that was the reaction, as the picks started coming in. And let's hear one of the guys that I like the most, G. Bush, from the barbershop. And he's talking about Spencer Fano and his fit in Cleveland. So let's look at G. Bush and what he has to say about Spencer Fano.
Spencer Fano plays with power, leverage, relentless effort. He's a mauler in the run game and a wall in pass protection. Fano brings that kind of edge, the finish that fits the Browns' identity. He plays angry, plays smart, and never takes a play off. High football IQ, team captain at Utah with experience at both tackle spots. He communicates, adjusts, and leads in the team in a huddle. From a program built on toughness in a city that demands it, Fano embodies the blue-collar, team-first mentality for Cleveland. He has elite size, length, athleticism with room to grow. He has a lot of tools. He has good work ethic and mindset to be the long-term starter for the Browns. The thing that he's going to have to work with, he has to get stronger. Got to get stronger. Now, listen, he's back 3'5", 310. But I want to see more functional power in his lower body. But I'm going to tell you, like I told Adam Bull in the WK, if you don't do nothing, listen, you can get strong in 3 months. Hey, if you want to just let me tell you about athletes. You want to just let me lift weights for 3 months? I get bulked up and big all the time. I get bulked up in no time. If he want to put the weight on, he can put the weight on. But the thing that we're looking at with the offensive line is we want a mix of guys. See, at the end of the year, you had guys coming off the street, starting for the Browns.
So there you go. You hear G. Bush assessment on Spencer Fano. He got to, get some more muscle. But, everything is good there. Let's start looking what columnist Jimmy Watkins has to say about Spencer Fano's pick from the Browns. So let's get him here. I'm giving you everything. I did my research, so you don't have to go looking everywhere. I have it all here.
Okay, the Browns go Spencer Fano at 9th overall after trading down from 6. Spencer Fano is an excellent football player. I think he's going to play in the league for a long time, but notice I use the term football player. I'm not sure what position this guy is going to play. He played left tackle his freshman year at Utah. He was a freshman All-American at that spot. Utah flipped him to right for the last 2 years of his career. His college teammate is going to be taken perhaps later tonight in the first round. He's the left tackle. And the arm length is a question for Spencer Fano. Is he going to be a tackle at all? NFL teams prefer their tackles to measure in about 34 inches with the arms. Fano at the combine measured, I believe, 32 1/8 inch. And he got the pro day. As always happens, the measurements were a little bit more favorable. I think it was closer to 32 7/8 there. So we'll see. I think he's a good player. Is it the left tackle of your dreams? Probably not. And one more layer to this. The Giants selected Miami's Francis Mauigoa one pick after the Browns selected Fano. And if you'll remember, when the Browns selected Jedrick Wills way back when in 2020, I believe Tristan Wirfs, who's been an all-pro tackle for the Bucks, or a Pro Bowl on both sides, an all-pro tackle at right tackle, went either 1 or 2 picks later. So those two are going to be compared side by side for a while. I think Fano is a really good player. I'm just not sure what position he plays at the next level.
So I'm giving you everything here, the pros, the criticism. I think the arm length is being overhyped. I think he'll be fine. So now let's look at, Joan Hayden from NFL Draft, the show, great show. And let's see what they have to say about Spencer Fano here. And I want you guys to tell me in the comment section, what are your thoughts about Spencer Fano? So let's look here. This was pre-draft, I believe. So let's see what they have to say.
To number 9 and the Cleveland Browns.
So it's not pre. This is when it happened. Okay.
To number 9 and the Cleveland Browns after that trade down, after acquiring a few picks. I'm sure they got the target that they wanted to. And this is Utah tackle Spencer Fano played left tackle, in 2023 full-time, then moved over to the right side to accommodate Caleb Loma, who was also a first-round pick over the last 2 seasons. And this just simply fits what the Browns have been doing. Athletes, a lot of experience, and really position versatile that you can play them on either spot.
Yeah, and then also throw out like a really good athlete on top of it. It's like 9.8 in the RAS department. His feet were sensational. If you guys watch the combine, you see it. When you watch the tape, he just gets out of his stance. He can get to his landmarks and pass protection with ease. And then Utah actually was a really run-based offense, and they would purposely run behind him. He's pound for pound really, really strong. I think that he can add just more volume to his body. 6'5", 311 pounds. But I just think he's a gifted athlete. And my comps were Rashawn Slater and Elijah Vera Tucker. And obviously Rashawn Slater has got it done without like really crazy long arms at left tackle. And I think Spencer Fano is going to play left tackle for them. Obviously, he played a bunch of right tackle, but the left tackle spot was the one that was missing. Titus Howard can move up and down the block, so we'll kind of figure this one out. But he was my 6th overall player. This would have been like the selection that I would have been looking at if I was the Cleveland Browns. So the fact that they knew the board, knew that nobody else was in this range, trying to pick tackles to slide down, get the extra capital, and make this selection here. There's a ton of upside. In worst case, he'd be an awesome center or guard. I like this one as an A+. I don't like complimenting the Cleveland Browns very often, but what's not to like here?
And there you go. You hear they're complimenting the Browns. They said that they don't like complimenting them. But for them, they have Spencer Fano as the number 6 in their big board. So let's see what the team from the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show have to say about it. Another group that I listen to a lot. And if you don't follow them. This is courtesy of the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. So let's see what they have to say about the Spencer Fano pick.
Specifically, you talked to Todd Monken, and he talked about how he feels like he's going to be a great player. He kind of slightly addressed the situation with him playing center or other positions, and he said, "Don't worry about it. He's going to play somewhere." What do you think their opening day role is? He the opening day penciled in left tackle,
yes.
And from there we'll figure out where you go from there.
Yeah, he is plan A and plan B at left tackle. So you always have to be prepared. And I think going forward, if it doesn't work, they feel like he can play anywhere. and they feel like, for the most part, the line is in flux everywhere. But the plan is to make him the left tackle. When they're out there on May 20th and we're out there, he will be the left tackle. We're going to give him all the support. They gave Zion Johnson a bunch of money to play left guard and help the guy next to him, and they're going to bring him along there. So DeJuan Jones is still going to be on the team for now. For this year, they're going to look at other tackle options for the future. Titus Howard, Elton Jenkins, those guys have played left tackle in the past in a pinch. But the Browns want Spencer Fano and probably need Spencer Fano to be the left tackle, so that's going to be the plan.
So you hear he's going to play left tackle. And now let's go to on the football show to see what they had to say about Spencer Fano. And then we go to Spencer Fano's reaction and his interview when he got drafted, right? Some of his quotes.
I think that Spencer Fano is the best non-Fernando Mendoza offensive player in the draft.
He gives me like, comfort food, like kind of feeling where I'm just like, yeah, I just feel really good. If I take him, like I'm sleeping well that Thursday night in the draft. I think with Fano, more natural athleticism, lateral movement, more range. He's extremely efficient as an athlete. He's stronger than given credit for, but I do agree with you that it's not like power, like moving guys at the point of attack in the run game. Like that's not necessarily his bag. That said, like he's very technically sound in the run game. I think his hands, his hips, his pads, everything looks really, really good. He's very useful on the move in terms of like pulls and out in space, like screen game. I think he can be a weapon. I just really like the player. And if you do think he's a guard, you think he's a tackle, no matter, whatever it is, he's a good player that I want on my team.
I think he's the best athlete of the bunch, especially on tape. He's only 21 years old. He's going to get a little bit stronger in the NFL too. So to me, if you're worried about his anchor and his strength and stuff, I think moving inside, like you're still going to be dealing with that. I would rather keep him out at tackle, moving laterally and out of his stance.
So there you go. You hear what they had to say. And again, everything is positive. Let's look here, Spencer Fano and his family reaction when he got drafted. This is one of the coolest things to see because you can tell he's a family guy. So let's look at this so you can see his reaction getting drafted. Here we go.
Daniel, I'll give you the floor.
Yeah, they drafted a tackle that I think can play on the left side. He started out as a left tackle at Utah before kicking over to the right side. But when you look at his feet and athleticism, that's where I think he goes back to the left side. And when you talk about arm length, as we'll do a couple times throughout the year.
And you see that there. And now I want you to hear my favorite quote from him about him talking about his biggest joy. And this is something that's pretty cool to hear as a Browns fan, because this is the new attitude that we're looking for from our Cleveland Browns. So let me share this with you guys. And again, give me your thoughts. This is all I'm showing you guys is everything that is out there, or most of it, so you guys can see. So here it is. Listen to what he has to say.
Same saying. There's no greater joy of moving a man from point A to point B against his will. And there's really nothing like it. When you're just pushing a guy back, he's like swinging at your arms. Like, there's no feeling like that. And then to be able to put someone in the dirt, it's awesome.
This is why the Cleveland Browns drafted him. Not only is he talented, but he wants to take the power away from the other guy and move him. I mean, this is great. This is something you wanna hear from your Cleveland Browns. And he was a captain, at Utah. Don't be surprised if he's gonna be a captain in the future in Cleveland, just because of the way he thinks. Okay, so let's watch this too. He talking about Coach Monken and the traffic in Cleveland.
Meeting Coach Monken was so cool. He's he's a great man, great coach. Meeting with Coach Hop, I mean, I'm so excited to play for him. And my second favorite thing has actually just been the traffic here. It's been unbelievable. I was here at 5 p.m. during my my 30, and then there was nothing. There was nothing. There was just straight green lights. So I was like, yeah, that was unbelievable.